And one of the main things that is going on today in the studio is I am preparing for my next shop update. I think to get back into drawing sometimes you just need that time to just like not restrict yourself too much and just kind of like enjoy the creative process. This October I have collaborated with a bunch of artists. Hello friends! In the last vlog we made so many products and so many orders, we packaged them all up, and I really hope that you got to see your order being packaged. So the Etsy shop has quietened down just a little bit now. I did have a sale on when we got all of those orders before, so that's probably why. I do have a few orders to do today, but it's not too much, and I think we're gonna have like a little bit of a chat while I'm doing it. And one of the main things that is going on today in the studio is I am preparing for my next shop update. I feel like I've been preparing for this for so long now. This part of the shop update is going to be a little bit different though. So originally, as you saw in one of the previous vlogs, I made the Daydreamer collection, so it focused very much on Purrplecat and the pinks and the dreaminess and the clouds and stuff like that. Those products are currently on the way to me now, so I really can't wait to film a video for you all and show you like how they came out looking, where I got them made. We can have like a whole little unboxing together. But the shop update, when I was thinking about creating it, was originally supposed to be like 3 parts. It's going to be the Daydreamers collection, and I think it was going to be like the Vampire Cat, Yoshi Cat, the kind of like vampire purpley kind of theme. And then the third part was going to be focused around Halloween, and originally it was going to be Pumpkin Witch, and it was going to be very like orange, witchy things. If you've been around a while, you know that orange is not my favourite colour. But I do know how important it is to work in colours that aren't like necessarily your favourite. Just because your favourite colour isn't that colour doesn't mean that your art's going to be bad or anything like that. And really using that colour might help you enjoy it more. So that's the plan. Ever since I went very like pink with all my art, then I also strayed away from colours like green. And sometime this year, I think it was, I actually can't remember now, but yeah, I think it was this year, I actually worked on like a green witch theme for my Patreon, and it made me realise how beautiful like drawing in green can actually be. Anyway, long story short, this is going to seem so pointless now because I then sat down last night to draw for the shop update and to draw this Halloween theme, right? And I called it Pink Halloween. But to be fair, I have also been seeing this kind of like trending around. I'm seeing lots of like pink cutesy Halloween vibes going around. I'm kind of thinking, is this like the influence of the Barbie movie? But I am definitely not mad about it. We're going to be doing this pink Halloween theme. But as well as this, I'm not going to limit it. I really do still want to do the pumpkin witch and the pumpkin kind of theme. So I don't know if I've ever really done like orange pumpkins as a sticker pack or as like a sticker sheet or anything in my shop like that. I vaguely remember one year doing like a pumpkin witch drawing, but that was it. But even though I don't personally really like orange, I definitely agree that like the orange pumpkins and the orange leaves and things like that is very like autumnal and very cozy and really exciting. Gets you kind of like in the mood for Halloween. So I'm going to try and do this too. So while we're drawing all of these shop update ideas, I really want to talk to you, just have like a casual chat about everything that's like in my mind right now. Very recently I finished up my Monster High Patreon theme. This is something that I've been wanting to do for so long now, and I'm also really proud to say that as I was drawing, I kept getting quicker and quicker. When I drew the first piece of art for Monster High, the artwork was for Draculaura, and this took me 8 hours, as far as I remember. And I remember saying to my patrons, like, I envisioned taking 4 to 6 hours to do this, so I'm a little bit disappointed on the time, but I'm also really happy that I didn't rush anything. I just kind of enjoyed it, and I just put all my love into it. However, what I noticed for the second drawing, which was Claudine, it took 7 hours. And I can't remember how long Frankenstein took me, but I do know that the last drawing I did was Laguna Blue, and I noticed it only took me 4.5 hours. And at this point I had been drawing every day pretty much. I think I went a couple of days between Claudine and Frankenstein, but I think because I was so into the drawing and my hand was like warmed up, I just did some little like air quotes because it's always like a good idea to take time to get into drawing again, to sketch again. I remember spending, I don't know how many hours it was, but I just remember spending this time on the Rapunzel drawing I recently did, and that drawing was literally just to kind of like put my creativity down on the canvas, and there was no sort of thinking, oh, I've got to get this done for this, or oh, this needs to be perfect, or when I say there's no thinking of, oh, this needs to be perfect, what I mean is that I wasn't looking for the most perfect reference, or I wasn't stressing about the angle too much or anything like that. I did stress about the background, but that was because I didn't think I was really getting across the lantern kind of look in the background. Anyway, this drawing is just kind of like an example of how I warmed up, and how when I'm warming up for drawing and getting back into it, I do tend to draw things that just aren't really heavily referenced. I definitely prefer my artwork when it is heavily referenced, but I think to get back into drawing sometimes you just need that time to just like not restrict yourself too much and just kind of like enjoy the creative process. I've noticed lately that I'm still kind of in that unmotivated mood that I told you about a few vlogs ago. And the reason, I think I mentioned this before, but the reason I feel this is happening is because I've almost took like too many breaks. Like I've taken too much time off. And it's a good thing to really like take that time away and to enjoy yourself. But I feel like I really threw myself into that and took it to the extreme where I wasn't really thinking about work, and I wasn't really putting my whole self into work. So when I would like post reels and stuff, it was just kind of like autopilot. There was no real like involvement. I had pre-made some of these reels, and then it just kind of, sometimes I don't really know how to describe this, but I feel like I have to be involved in my work to have people also see that and to enjoy it back, if that makes sense. I feel like when I'm very much like drawing for a deadline or on autopilot or just posting for the sake of posting, I'm not fully like present in it, and I think sometimes that comes across, and I really want to focus more on being involved in my art and enjoying my art. For some reason, I feel like I've kind of lost my way. I had so much like drive, and I had so much ambition, and I was just excited for all the things that I was doing, all the things that I was making, and it kind of tapered off, and I think that was a result of burnout, to be honest. But the one thing I'm struggling to kind of wrap my head around now is that the balance needs to be not so extreme between like being so driven and having the rest, and it's like I can't find that good balance, and I really do miss how involved and into my work I used to be. And obviously I'm looking at this from like a rose-tinted perspective, because it was tough, it was hard, and I went through so much stress being like super involved in my work and like being so hardworking and working like constantly. But I also do miss it because I did enjoy it despite the negativity of some aspects and like burning out. I did really enjoy being so passionate and driven and striving to reach my goals, and I feel like I've lost kind of that motivation. And so I am deciding now to kind of like get back into it, and I think that's a lot easier said than done, because the rest is so important, and the rest makes me feel so good as well. It almost makes you feel like how you're supposed to be like on this earth. Like you're supposed to, you know, you're not supposed to be like this workhorse or whatever. You're supposed to be enjoying the world and just like enjoying yourself. But I did get that from my business as well. So I am just gonna try my best to have a balance, and I'm not sure if it's gonna work, especially because we're now getting into the months that are generally quite busy for small business owners. And during that time, you kind of have to like go all in, and it does get really, really busy. And I'm looking forward to it, to be honest, but I'm hoping actually it has like the best effect, that being so busy and having so much on is going to kind of like ramp up the energy and get me more like excited and motivated and carry that through to next year. And on another note, this October I have collaborated with a bunch of artists, and I'm so excited for this because I love all these artists so much. And I reached out to them and asked them, shall we collaborate for Inktober? And they said yes, and it was so much fun seeing everyone's ideas and coming together and making like these lists. So I'm not sure when this vlog is going to be uploaded, but hopefully the Inktober prompt list is out, or it's currently ongoing, and you can have a look at all of the artwork that everyone is doing. It's very kind of, there's a few different themes in there, which is nice because it can appeal to like quite a few different people and all the different aesthetics and things that they like. I also am waiting patiently to reach 30k on Instagram, because when we reach 30k, I am going to post my next Draw This In Your Style. I say post it like I've been working on this, but I haven't actually worked on it at all. But I've been wanting to do another Draw This In Your Style for a long time, but I kind of really just want to commemorate 30k with it. So, I mean, I could make one now, but I just feel like the 30k is where I've got to get to first to celebrate it like wholly. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what's going on in my mind about it. Also, at the current time, things are a little busy, so I don't know if I really have enough time to spend on a Draw This In Your Style, and I definitely don't want to rush a Draw This In Your Style. I want to think about it quite a lot and put out a really nice one, and hopefully I could even do one for October, but I don't think I'm gonna, I don't know, I don't think I could reach 30k by then unless I was doing like some really good reels or something and getting those seen by people. But regardless, I just want to spend time on that Draw This In Your Style, and so it's probably not the best time right now anyway to be doing it. As we've also spoken before, we have still got to do the new website. I actually haven't started the subscription. I did the free trial just to get like into grips with it all, and I haven't started the subscription just yet because there's been so many things to try and focus on. But I'm really hoping that this week I get to sit down and get it sorted and get everything on there so that I can finally launch this. And like I've been saying before, I really want to launch it with a shop update. And on this website, you will have the opportunity to buy my phone grips, and I got these, I actually can't remember now, at the beginning of the year, maybe? I got these no, I don't think it was that long ago. Regardless, I got these phone grips sometime this year, and they have not been on sale on my Etsy shop. They were for like a couple of days, and then I had to remove them, and they're just gonna be on my website from future now. So, but because they've not been up, I've had them waiting, and I've had some people buy them through my Instagram. But I'm just so excited to finally have them in my store, and I really think they're gonna be like a great thing for Christmas as well, because people can buy it for people, and people can buy it for like their kids, their daughters, their sisters, their mothers. I actually really want to make more phone grips, so I hope that the website works well in that way, that people get the visibility for the foam grips and they can purchase them, and then I can make more because I have like infinite ideas in my mind of what other foam grips we can make. Something I also want to think about doing, which is, I don't know, I say about it a lot. Well, I haven't for a while, but I used to say about it a lot, and it's still a massive dream of mine, and I don't know when I'm going to be able to do it. I really think I just need to be like, you know what, these are the months that I'm doing it, and that's that. Like, nothing else is really going to be done in that time. Obviously I'll still do Patreon, but nothing other than that. And that is my tarot deck, and I really want to do this. I was actually looking at my past tarot illustrations. I think I did like half the deck, and I looked over at them and I thought, this isn't really, it's not that it's not me anymore, but my style has improved, and I also think that I could do a lot better now, and I would need to spend like quite a bit of time on each card. And so I have decided that I will redo the entire deck, but I'm gonna make it like a lot better. I'm gonna have detailed backgrounds, because I think that was one thing that someone said to me before, was that they seem really nice but they seem really plain, like the background seemed really plain. And honestly that was just so that it was easier to draw, to make it, because like not doing the background just makes it that much quicker. So it will take a while, but I feel like it's gonna be worth it. Thank you so much for watching another one of my vlogs, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!